hoping that you are going to be asking me as many questions as you have around this really exciting new course that I've just launched, which is Energy Essentials for Everyday Living. And well, we want to talk to you tonight because there has been an offer for the last few days and it ends tomorrow. So a great chance for me to answer any questions you have about the course or about everyday energy. I've got my cup of tea and I'm glad that we're going to have this time together tonight. Hi, Wendy. I see you're popping up there. It's really great to see so many people and faces popping up. Now, we're actually streaming at the moment on YouTube and Facebook. So I know that there are many of you coming in, and I'm really glad to be here with you. All right, Naomi, have you got any questions that are coming in so far? So I just want to actually, let me recap a little bit. I know some of you are kind of joining now, to say that I am here for 15 minutes or so to answer any questions that you have about essential energy, your everyday energy. As I said, I've put this really brilliant course together. I'm really kind of, some of the courses come out and they meet such a need in me and in our growing work that actually this one is one of those. So it feels really precious. I feel very excited to be launching this course. Oh, and I see, Meg, that you're saying would love to join it, but it won't accept my email address. All right, we are going to be sorting that one out. The email to send an email to hello@pruneharris.com, and the wonderful Jennifer will be there to sort out whatever issue that is about. Naomi, anything come up so far?
Yes, we have just a question from Mickey, who's saying that, sorry, she or he, I'm not sure, Mickey, which you are. So, but they've done some of your monthly online classes, and how is this different?
Yeah, great question. So the monthly online classes are 90 minutes and they're about very specific themes. Yeah, that's what I try, and it was a whole new excitement for me this year, kind of really working with 90-minute classes, and I love it. And I know how busy everybody is. So actually it feels like a great bite-sized chunk to really take and understand a specific individual topic and how you can work with that within your energy fields. This Energy Essentials course, I wanted it to be one that covered many themes of your everyday life. So maybe it's helpful if I just explain a little bit about the setup of the course. So the first section is all about energy anatomy. And I mean, I'm just so excited to be teaching that because it's something that is very close to my heart and will be next big project, is really writing much more and teaching much more about how all of your amazing energy systems fit together, how they are in your independent vibration, but then what they do, why they fit together, how they work, what happens when those vibrations meet, what happens at the interface points of all of these amazing parts of your energy system. So in this Energy Essentials course, what I wanted to do was give a really great overview of the 6 energy systems. So there's videos about that. There's over 20 videos in, 20 different exercises, so even more videos in the course. And so the first section is energy anatomy. And then the next one is really, I wanted to really help everybody understand what groundedness means. So there's a middle chunk about understanding your energy and understanding your life. And in that, I go into much more understanding what happens electromagnetically when you are grounded and when you aren't, what that means, why it's important, why it aids your resiliency and everything else. I mean, just how essential it is. And then the third section looks at various topics. And these are everyday topics, and I know that every one of us experience them at some point. So things like tiredness, emotional upset, whether that's anger or that real sense of fatigue, what to do if you experience pain, what to do if you're not sleeping, all kinds of ways that really, how to boost your immune system, very, very relevant at all times of year, but of course, especially now. And also how to help yourself transition through different parts of your day. I'm very aware personally, and I had over 20 years in private practice, and I saw so many people, no matter whether you do your work because it's your passion and you love it, or whether you do your work in order to bring money in so you can live your passion that you love, you give a lot to your work. And then when you get home, you need to give a certain amount to your partner or your family, your loved ones that you share your home with. And I've seen that be a real sticking point for so many people, that transition between work life and home life. And actually what happens is the stress that can build up with deadlines and pressures. And when you bring that back into the home, it really can unravel a family dynamic, or even just a dynamic between you and your partner. So that's another section of it. And in that way of working with everyday energy understandings, let's say you go to the brain fog section. You've realized that it's one of those days when either for hormonal reasons or overwhelm, you walk into the kitchen, you open the cupboard door and you think, why am I here? You shut the cupboard, you walk back to the room you're in and you remember you were going to get a pot of tea or whatever it was. So let's say there's a day when you're really working with that brain fog. You can go straight to that section and actually find many videos of little exercises, quick ones. I wanted these to be something that you can grab and really begin to build a library or a toolkit of the ones that really help you. You might find some of those same exercises underneath the section for tiredness. And you might find when the brain fog comes, that isn't your exercise. But when tiredness comes, wow, that's the one that boosts you every time. So think of this course as one that is actually much more of a really great resource, a toolkit for you to come back to again and again until you don't need it, until actually you know all of those exercises so well because you use them every day and you know the ones that fit you for the right situation. So I hope that answers your question, Minky.
Thanks, Prune. Rajani is asking a couple of questions just more about the format. So I'm just asking, are these recorded or do we have to attend online? And also, are they accessible lifelong?
Yes. Yes to the last one. And at least, it's a funny thing, isn't it? Yes, they're accessible lifelong. And what I mean by that is the life of the program. So if in 10 years' time I decide, you know what, this program is a bit tired now, then you'll all be notified that at some point the program will close. There'll be a long, long lead time into it. But by that time, I trust it's because actually we've evolved new understandings, new insights that then will be more applicable. And by that time, my goodness, 10 years in, you're going to know these exercises inside out. So yes, there is no set time frame, but I don't want to say you're going to be able to access it for the next 50 years, because honestly, I hope in 50 years' time, I'm putting out even more pertinent information. And of course, our energy fields are evolving all the time. So something that I might have been working with 20 years ago, maybe it's just not relevant anymore because the vibration that we're all working with is quite different now. And another, maybe a slightly tweaked version of it or something totally different is much more effective. So that's to answer that second part. And the first part, this course, I really wanted it to be something that you can go to again and again entirely in your own time. So everything's recorded on it. You can pop in, you can do it from start to finish, and it will take you a while, or you can just go in, graze what you need from it, and come back at another time. So there's no set time that you have to be anywhere or do anything with this one.
Thanks, Prune. That's great. So we've got a couple of people who've just mentioned that they have, one of them saying her heart has been racing a lot recently, and someone also saying when they go to bed, their heart is a much higher rate than usual. Would a course like this help with that?
Yeah, well, of course. I can say yes, I can say no to that question, because you're showing up with a very specific energy imbalance. What I would say, I want to say first of all that right now we've got a lot of cosmic activity, huge amount of cosmic activity. So no surprise the electrical system of your heart is showing up. I just did a heart class, Naomi. What was that? That was on Facebook on Tuesday night.
It was.
It's a free class. Go and really work with any of the exercises in there. And also, I've written a lot about heart. Heart for me is my big area of immense strength and immense challenge. So I'm really with you here. I hear it personally. And about 4 days ago, I woke up and I thought, well, that's interesting. My heart field is really unstable right now. It was moving in amazing patterns, but not really the pattern that I need for greatest groundedness or greatest health. So I felt into, well, what is going on? And it's entirely cosmic at the moment. We've got a lot of solar flares. We've got some really big, we're coming up to this big full moon energy at the end of December. And then, of course, we're straight into next year. So there's also an energy forecast out for the month of December. You can go to my website and see that. And that gives you quite a long series of exercises that will really stabilize the heart. So that's just to address right now, this moment. As far as will the course address stabilizing your energy system, stabilizing your immense heart field? Yes, because anything that grounds you, anything that brings your energy fields into more coherence, more balance, more of their natural flow, that's going to help every single part of your system.
Lovely, thank you. So there's I mean, a couple of more sort of specific questions.
I just want to, I'm looking at the questions as well here, and I see, Jane, you're saying that you did some of those exercises, but sadly it didn't bring that heart energy into more balance. So then go and search for information on kidney. Go into my website, find kidney exercises. Sometimes when the heart really is moving strongly in different ways, we just need to get into the energy system that supports heart. So try that one. Okay. Oh, I love that. Barbara, you're writing a gorgeous. I've been using this course for a couple of months now and keep dipping back in and out as I need. That's exactly why I wanted to create it. There's something new in it each time. It's great to help get an overall view of the different energy systems. I'm so glad you have a couple of lines about how they all fit together. I wonder if you could say something more about the links between the system, seeing as you've written such lovely things about the course. And yes, I will. And this is, we were just in a team meeting today talking about what the classes that we want to bring out over the next couple of years. And I am definitely holding the light for a much more in-depth energy anatomy class or course, because, you know, it's complex. It's not like I can do a 90-minute session on how all of your energy systems fit together. But let me give you a 2-minute total overview. So you have your energetic core that runs straight through the center of the body. That energetic core receives energy from above and from below, and it houses it in really powerful energy centers, your 3 dantians. They feed into the chakras. They feed into your elemental rhythms that run through all of your meridians. So now we're getting kind of out and out and out. You've got the edge of the body now with all of your meridians. Then from that place, you've got the amazing heart field that's connected right into the energetic core through various systems. Have I mentioned the chakras? I think I did. So you've got these amazing heart field that brings everything back into the body and brings it out. And I think I've covered the systems through that well. Of course, we've got the aura as well, that everything else is being informed by, and it's communicating, and it's holding you safe and resilient and beautiful in your life, and how that flow kind of moves between the continual enfolding everything kind of unfolding out and then enfolding back in. I mean, that's the marvel and the beauty of your energy anatomy.
Anne is just asking whether the course will be able to help with fatigue.
Definitely. There's quite a big chunk in there on fatigue, and also the understand your energy, understand your life section that looks at really why and how to ground your body system. Your body system cannot recover from fatigue unless it's being sourced. And that magnetic field, I hope that can bring in more tools for you to really begin to nourish your body well. It's not just about nourishing, it's about how your body receives that nourishment. That's the key. So yeah, there's a whole section on fatigue, tiredness, over.
Thanks, Prune.
Okay, I see this one from Jill.
Yes,
I'm
I was just going to
answer
ask
this one from Jill a second. All right, will this course help me understand why I'm doing certain things in the energy exercises and why they work? I love to understand reasons this help. I hope so, Jill, and you let me know if they don't, because I'm exactly the same. You know, when someone tells me to do something, my immediate question is why? And normally very resonant with me, but without the why, it doesn't make sense. We need to be in relationship with our energy system, and to be in relationship, we need to have understandings of the vehicles through which that consciousness travels. So if, for example, you say, oh, my heart is out of rhythm today, and I say, okay, come and just put your fingers in your armpits and chest and let your thumb rest here, and you feel better. Well, that's great. That's one level of empowerment. But if I can say that's working because tapped into some really powerful access points in the armpit, the crossover that your arms are bringing in, chest is bringing energy straight into that energetic core through the anchor point. That about your energy field, including your heart field, then wow, not only has that empowered you, you could share that information with somebody else. So that is a really, really massive objective of everything I do. And if at any point I'm suggesting an exercise, it's essential.
Thanks, Prune.
More.
Yes, have you seen there's a comment from Alison just saying she did the first exercise on the stress part today, which is embrace peace. She said she did have a sense of peace after, but then the day seemed to speed up greatly. And is it a case of just repeating it?
Yeah, that's a really beautiful question, Alison. And what I would say is that one of the big understandings of energy, and I explain this in the course, is that I just described how all of, and when that's happening, you are balanced, peaceful, able to experience your joy, however that flows in your body. You're able to be in connection with yourself, with other people, with the world around you. Beautiful. Times when, for whatever reasons, historical reasons, programs that your energy system took in as you were growing, programs that you worked as a strategy to keep safe at some point, and that might be safe in a way of protecting your pride. It might be safe in a way of protecting your body. Yeah, no, all of the experiences that you've had up to this point been formed. Was that you stopping me now?
It was. Alison has just said she was talking specifically about, does she need to repeat the exercise? Like if she gets knocked off during the day, So I was just bringing that forward.
One exercise, and it's helped connect things, it helped things go through your energy field and connect more. But that pattern that's been there for 2 years, 50 years may reset itself. So then that's when doing the exercise again helps dissolve that pattern. Hours later, that pattern resets again. You think, oh, it's a reset, that's fine. I know the exercise. Quite quickly, over a case of 2-3 days, what's happening is that pattern is no longer resetting. So there's now a pathway through your energy field that's holding balance. So absolutely, anything that's a bit more, it's not going to be that you take that one exercise at that and see how well it works for you. Really be in relationship with these exercises. That's the key, because the more you check in with them, how did I feel very different. Great, pop that on the toolkit. Did that work for me? No, not today. Okay, why not? Be curious about your energy system. That become empowered. Right. Do a quick, short way of answering. I feel that is now finished.
Yes,
Excellent.
there's a little bit of jolty sound to me, which so I'm hoping that isn't for others. Did you want another question, Prune, or are we wrapping up?
15. Thank you so much for your time, everybody, and we will see you soon, and really hoping that you are excited about the course, either for yourself or for your loved ones or someone you think can benefit. And that offer finishes tomorrow. Go to my website, pruneharris.com, and all the information is there. Much love to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and using. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.